In this guide, I'm going to show us how to generate realistic characters. Characters that look very, very real. Alright? Now, before you generate your character, you need to do what we call generation of Bible character. Bible character is just simply the persona of your character, how he looks, the face, the stature, every single thing that makes up your character, the feel. You understand? And to do that is very simple. Just simply go to your Gemini chat. All right. Let's say we want to generate a character of a woman. All right, and let's just say an elderly woman in her 50s. All right, and let's just say she hawks in the market. So what you simply need to do is just simply type, I need a Bible character of an elderly woman. Just say I need the Bible character of an elderly woman in her 40s selling clothes wares in the market. Then you can say, you can also type this, give me the advanced and sophisticated JSON prompt of this woman. Right? Now this is just a simple prompt, but then you should take note that the keywords that you need to use is get a sophisticated and advanced JSON prompt. All right, get a sophisticated and advanced JSON prompt. Then any other thing you want to say about what the person does, you put it in there so that it can actually properly render the image and conceptualize how that person should look. Do you understand? So this is not the image generation now. This is just, we want to just use this to get a JSON prompt, because JSON prompt is more like a format that AI understands better, right? So if I just send this now, it's going to give me the prompt, not the character, because I am not telling it to generate the image. Like I said, Bible character is like the list of the features, the appearance, the persona of that character. So it's just simply going to give us that JSON prompt of this lady now. All right. So now I'm going to save this. I'm going to copy it and save it in my clipboard. So there's going to be a resource PDF which you are going to receive. That resource PDF is going to contain the links to all the sites I'll be going to in this AI mastery course, and the prompts I'll be using, the guides, the prompt guides, and every other thing that you probably can't copy from your screen directly. You understand? So I'm going to paste that in the resource PDF. You're going to see that in case you want to use this format, in case you're forgetting what I said. So here is the JSON prompt, right? So you can see it's the Bible character, occupation, social economics, physical attributes, every single thing. It tells every single thing about this woman. So now I'm going to simply copy this prompt, right? And I'm going to compare 4 image generation models. I'm going to compare 4 image generation models, 3 belonging to Google and 1 belonging to another AI company, right? So the first one we're going to use to see the realism that AI can actually come up with for that picture is Google Nano Banana. So all I simply need to do is click on this two button here, click on create images, and paste that JSON prompt and send it. So let's see the image that Nano Banana is going to conceptualize. We are going to compare it with other models and see which one comes out very well. So you see, now this is the generation from Nano Banana, right? Take a look at it. It looks nice, but then it kind of looks cartoonish. But this is not what we want, right? We don't want something that looks cartoonish. Although you can still prompt and say, oh, make it look like a real person. It's going to try to do that. But you see, one thing about Nano Banana is that it's always near realistic. right? It's always near realistic. Sometimes it might give you something that you like, right? Then sometimes it might not give you that realism. So we are going to try this same prompt in another AI. This AI is Wix, right? You will also get a link to this AI, but then just simply come to your Google, type in Wix, WISK. Okay. Now this is Wix. It's also Google's product. So tap on it. So click on browse gallery. Click on enter to. All right. Now this is Wix interface, but ensure that your phone rather, is on desktop site so that I can show you everything in Wix. All right. Now in Wix, you can create images. You can also animate these images, meaning you can convert the image to video. The video conversion process here uses Veo 3.1. So your Wix is linked to your Gemini Pro account, right? And the Flow and the Veo 3. So any video you generate or you animate here is going to be, the AI credit is going to be deducted from your AI credit that you saw in Flow, right? In one of those videos I have made. So if you click on this portion here, you are going to see several options. You see the subject box, the scene box, the style box. Now in this subject box, if you tap top of the subject box, it means that you want to create an image. You want to use a text to see what your image is going to look like. So you're just simply going to type, oh, I want this person, blah 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 blah, and you click generate. It's going to provide that picture. It's going to generate the image. Now if you want to upload an image, just click the down part of that box, the down part. So if you click the down part, it's going to ask you to upload that image. Do you understand? Then you can upload it. Now for the scene is like the location. So if you have a location image, you can upload that image. Also, you can generate the scene. If you tap the top side, also you'll be asked to write the prompt for the scene. If you also tap the down part, right, you'll be asked to upload the image for the scene. So take note of that. Now we are not simply going to be using that, but I'm just explaining that because those are features in Wix. Now if I zoom in, you look at this portion that has video. You can see this video icon. If you click on it, you can generate videos, right? You can generate videos, although this portion is meant to show you the videos you have generated. Do you understand? So this is where the videos you have generated in Wix will be shown. So I'm going to show us how to generate those videos in Wix. So this particular prompt that we're going to use to generate the image for this woman, I'm going to animate it. So I'm going to show you how to convert that image to video in Wix. Now if you also look at this portion here, right, this equalizer tool is like for keeping character consistency. This seed is an ID for the image you have generated. So if you click on it, right, it means that any prompt that you're putting in there is going to be making use of that image that it has generated and using it to be putting that image in different scenes or different contexts. Do you understand? That's what locking seed ID does. Do you understand? So let's leave it like that. Now also this portion is for choosing your aspect ratio. So I'm going to use a square here, right? Let's use a square because Nano Banana will always render your image in a square format. Although there's a trick to making Nano Banana render your image in landscape or portrait or any format you want. And that trick is simple. The trick is to not to tell it to give you in landscape. It will not do that. The trick is not to tell it to give you in square format. It won't do that, right? The trick is simply upload an image. And the thing is that any image you upload in Nano Banana and you tell it to do something to that image, it's going to render that image back in that format. Or you can just put two images side by side, right? You can probably get a landscape image that is empty, a blank landscape image, paste it along with your image that you want to get in that landscape format, and tell it to render it in that landscape format. So it's going to take note of that landscape image and then make your original image that is a square shape in landscape format. But that's just that. That's for that's not really going to be so difficult. So if you listen to what I said and you do that, if you are interested in doing something like that, although that's just by the way, you can do that. So let's generate the image now of this human from that same JSON prompt. Remember, we're going to be comparing these three AIs. So I'm just going to paste it, right? So I'm going to click on generate, and usually Wix is going to give you two outputs on default, right? Always two outputs on default. All right. So you can see that it comes with a write-up. So you can see how the human looks, still a little bit animated. And this write-up is just like the Bible character stuff. These AIs are not really good with text. So it is writing these things on this left-hand side because it was part of the prompt. So it actually understands that, oh, it's like this is a Bible character. So it puts it in like a profile kind of format. So you can see that Wix output and Nano Banana output, it just kind of makes it look cartoonish to an extent. Although can we blame the prompt? To an extent, you can blame the prompt. Probably the prompt does not say, oh, make it very realistic. But I doubt, because I've tried this thing many times, and I would always recommend another AI for Bible character generation. So we have tried Nano Banana and Wix. Now we're going to try another one, and this one is Imagen. All right, Imagen is also another product of Google. So just click on search for Imagen and search it, right? Or rather, let's not, you won't get it through Imagen. Just search for Google AI Studio. All right, search for Google AI Studio. Now you click on here, Google AI Studio, this second one. All right, now in this portion you are going to see this top part that says playground. Click on it. Okay, sorry, go to home rather. This portion, go to home. Okay, now in home you are going to see try Nano Banana View 3 text to speech. Although Imagen is meant to be here, but I'm not seeing it, so I'm going to go to another. I'm not going to use Google AI Studio now again. I'm going to use Google Labs. It should be there, except they have removed it recently. So let's go to Google Labs. So click on Google Labs. All right, so it's loading. So let's click on experiments. All right, so recently some changes have been made. Normally I just meant to see Imagen, but from this portion let's click on image FX. Image FX is not really Imagen. It's not really Imagen. It seems like Imagen has been removed, right? Because actually from Flow you could use Imagen. But let's also still try. Let's paste the character prompt here in ImageFX, because ImageFX is similar to Imagen, still Google's product. And let's see its output. All right, so you can see it's giving us something similar to Wix, right? But you see that Imagen here looks a little bit more realistic. You see, it actually does a better work. So it gives you quite a number of outputs. It does a better work. So for example, how do you actually prevent it from showing all this text? It's very simple. Just go to your prompt and clear everything that has to do with age, location, occupation, and all those texts. Leave only the prompt that is talking about her physical appearance, and then all these things will clear once you type in that prompt again. You understand? So in this prompt here now, if I clear the occupation and all, and just leave physical attributes and every other thing that talks about her appearance and her image, all these things are going to clear. Do you understand? So this is the result from Image FX. We have seen the result from Wix and Nano Banana. Now the AI I'm going to recommending for realistic image is Seedream. Seedream. So how do you access Seedream? Because Seedream is not free, right? Seedream is not incorporated in your Gemini AI Pro subscription, but this is an alternative. So what you just need to do is to go to Wavespeed AI. Just type WaveSpeed AI, right? Because WaveSpeed AI has a lot of models. Nano Banana, Kling AI, different AI generation models, Gemini, Wix, Flow, and all. But it also has Seedream. So, and anytime you register, you are going to get $1. And with that $1, you can generate 37 images in Seedream. You understand? So if you sign in with another account, you get another $1. You can generate 37 images. So you can sign in with as many Google accounts that you want. You can also sign in with a temporary Gmail. How do you get a temporary Gmail? Just go online and search for temporary Gmail. You're going to see they are going to give you a Gmail. You input that Gmail when signing up. You get a password for confirmation. You put it in. You have a new account that you can use to sign in to WaveSpeed AI. Right? That's simple. So just tap on WaveSpeed AI. Now I'm going to sign in. So you see I have $1 free on sign up. I'm going to sign in with an account that I've already used before. All right, so I've generated some images. So I'm going to sign in with which account was that? I can't really remember, but let me use one. So just continue. All right, so you would see here that I signed in with a new account, right? And it says I have $1 free, right? If you tap on it, you see anytime you generate, it reduces and all. So let's go to Seedream. So you can see the different models here. These are different AI video generation models from different models. You can see Nano Banana is here, right? You can see Kling AI is here, right? Every model has its own charge, right? So, but if you are using Seedream to generate images, it's going to charge you very little. So you can see here for 2.2, it charges you 0.2 per video you are generating. So let's look for Seedream. All right, so this is it. So you can see Seedream charges you very low. So it means you can generate up to 7 images with your $1. So 0.027 per generation. So tap on Seedream V4. Tap on it. All right, so this is Seedream. Okay. And if you want your image to be in a particular landscape, you can scroll down a little bit, right? And you can look for the one you want. Let's say 16:9, that's landscape. You just simply type in the values here, 1365798. Simply come here, you type it, you toggle, you change the width and the height, you get that orientation. But I'll leave it like this, right? Because it's in the square mode. So I'll select all and just paste my prompt and click run. So Seedream has more realism than any of those AI. Now, why do we need this realism? We need this realism because we are going to be using them as ingredients in Veo 3. Now, any image you put in Veo 3, Veo 3 is not going to make it look realistic. Veo 3 is going to work with that exact look of that image, right? It's going to work with that exact look of that image, and your video style is going to be in the exact look of that image. So if your image generation or your ingredient is very realistic, it's going to give you a realistic video. So Veo 3 just is a garbage in, garbage out. So let's look at this. Wow. So isn't this brilliant? Look, very, very realistic. So if you put this kind of image in Veo 3 as an ingredient, right, and tell it, oh, do something to this or make her look, it's going to do it. You understand? So with Veo 3, we can also generate, let's just say, this prompting is even too much. Because one thing I've noticed is that all these models, they already have a default mode. So if you like, use JSON prompt or all those kind of stuff, is going to work based on its default. So the output it can give you at its best will still be the style you are seeing. Seedream, whether you prompt it hard or not, it has a default realistic kind of image style output. So let's just say a Nigerian man in his 40s holding up his kid. Now this is not JSON prompting, just a simple prompt, and you see that Seedream is just going to give us a very good result. No need for too much JSON prompting and all. That's because that's just how the model is on default. Do you understand? So let's wait for the result, and it's very, very fast. So can't you see? Doesn't this just look like an image you downloaded from Freepik? Very brilliant. But if I just typed this simple prompt in Nano Banana now, I tell you, it's it's going to just give you something that looks kind of AI, but Seedream does not. So it's this kind of images that you use as your ingredients in your VO 3.1. So that's just the basic idea. So from the comparison of all these AIs now, you can see that Seedream is the best for ingredients, for getting your ingredients. Do you understand? For getting your ingredients. So what if you want this man to be in a particular scene or something like that? You can take this same image, go to Wix, put it as your subject, select a scene, right, and generate it. So Wix is going to retain this style of this man. That's one thing about Wix. Also, if you copy this image now, download this image and upload it in Nano Banana and tell it make this man to or you can say you can take this image in Nano Banana and say remove the child from this picture. It's going to remove the child and keep the realism. So Nano Banana knows how to keep realism. Wix know how to keep realism, right? But they don't know how to create it. Do you understand? So from your exploring and trying out all these things I've been explaining since, you'll get to learn it better. But this is an intro. So this is basically how to generate realistic Bible characters using Seedream, right? I always recommend Seedream, but then you can use Wix and Nano Banana for image editing, editing the image, putting something in the scene, right? Changing the scene to still keep the realism. But Seedream should be your reference if you want to get something realistic and something convincing for your audience. So that is it on this guide on how to generate realistic Bible characters. Also, the links to all the sites I've gone to is going to be uploaded in the resource PDF, and so you check for it there so that you can see it and use them.